Okay, guys, welcome to Black Brother Banter, the second edition. All right. Now, just a couple of things. Firstly, Lisa, just want to big up Lisa because of this production. You never think that you'll have
Yes, Lisa.
Yes.
doing a good job. Yeah. Now, here's the deal, okay? I grew up with two older brothers and they never said anything nice to me. Never.
Shut up. Shut up.
Right.
That's
Not once. Okay. And I'm telling you the truth. I was thinking about it the other day. I think it was the
Remember that time you used to clean my shoes? I'd say you did a good job. Said something nice to you, innit, for cleaning my shoes.
Okay, we've had 3-4-1s this week. Arsenal 4-1, Leeds 4-1, Everton 4-1. Yeah, but I am feeling a little bit sensitive right about now, man. Come on, guys. Is there time?
Don't you play in about half an hour?
Yeah, what I'm trying to say to you guys, you can go for me at any other time. This is not a good time to put your foot on my neck. You hear what I'm saying to you? Because in about an hour's time, I'm about to find out whether this club, Everton, will exist.
Listen,
Not like
I got nothing to say to you because you know what? One, I've never wanted. Well, apart from when you had Richarlison, because I can't stand Richarlison. Yeah. I've never really wanted Everton. I never wanted Everton to go down because I love the derbies. I love going to the derbies, and I'm gonna miss that.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But saying that, I you know what I mean? I ain't gonna cry if he's good out.
Put it this way, Jonathan. I ain't got no sympathy for you. I'm gonna rip you the same way in half an hour, and I'm gonna rip you in an hour. I want Everton to suffer. I want them to go down. I don't even want to hear Everton. The next time I want to hear Everton is in the Carling Cup, or even maybe in the FA Cup. But if you ain't gonna hear him in no Premiership.
Listen, at the end of the day, Everton were never gonna do good. The people that are gonna get it more, JC and Stephen, are Arsenal fans, because you don't get a trophy for coming second.
Yes. Yeah, hold on. How do you work that out? How on earth do you work that out?
You don't get it.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you for real, right? It's a bonus we were up there. But let me finish.
It's a control.
It was a bonus that we was up there. You know what? I'm looking forward to Champions League. I'm looking forward to playing on a I'm looking to be playing on a Tuesday and a Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to Arsenal playing Champions League. I think it was funny.
Arsenal have excelled better than what I imagined.
100%.
To win the Premiership, I knew Arsenal weren't, and I'm a realist. I knew Arsenal weren't going to win it. Anybody who knows me, well, you must be gas about Arsenal. No, Arsenal are rubbish. Arsenal aren't ready to win it.
All right, guys. You know what? Here's the deal, man. I met Tony about 2 years ago. I met you. Yeah, 2-3 years ago, man. 2 years ago, yeah. And I met the guy. I thought, man, this guy's got talent. You know, his personality. Charisma, I'm going to do something, but it's pretty clear that the guy needed rehab first. You know what I mean? He needed
I need rehab. You need rehab. You're walking around with an Everton top. That is a person who just come out of a mental assignment. Right?
I said, Tony, I'll give you an opportunity, but just clean yourself up. You know what I mean? Just clean yourself up. You look like you relapsed.
Relapse what? Put it this way, you see that tea what you're drinking? You see that tea you're drinking? You're going to be drinking whiskey in an hour.
All I'm saying is that, you know what? Yeah, you're brave to come on tonight. You're brave to come on tonight. Steve, well done for coming on as well. You know what I mean? Leeds.
Hold on here. Have I got something wrong here?
Leeds.
Hold on. No. Wait. Have I got something wrong here? You support Liverpool, he supports Everton, and you're being kind to him. You know what? You know what?
Listen,
No. If there was a Tottenham fan on here, it was just me and the Tottenham fan.
Yeah, but check this, right? Check this.
It's wrong.
Let me just say this.
No one talking
Listen,
over
stop,
them.
Tony.
Tony, let me just say this.
Go on.
Everton have never troubled us.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Please, bro.
They've never, for the last.
But this isn't the point. This is the point. If you're a true red, right? As soon as you're born, as soon as you're born, they program you to hate Everton.
No, our rivals are Man United.
Put it this way, the only reason Man United's your rival because of the competition. But at the end of the day, you always hate your neighbour. That's the way.
Listen to this, right?
You don't big up your neighbour.
Listen, we can't walk out the ground with Man United fans. We walk to the ground and walk out the ground with Everton fans. When people talk about the rivalry, yeah, there is a rivalry, but there's not that hatred.
It's not a hate thing.
Yeah.
Because of the families that have grown up. Like one. I've got friends
wrong.
Listen, I've got friends in Liverpool, right? His mum is Everton, his brother's Everton, his dad and him are Liverpool. They got a match together.
Yeah, whereas Tony would hate his own family. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, this way. No. I'm gonna tell you something real. Okay.
Yeah. Bitterness.
When my son was born, I turned around to him and I said to him, "Look, I don't mind you coming home however you want to come home with." I turned around to him and I said to him, "Don't come home being a Tottenham fan, because if you support Tottenham, you're out the door, bruv. I don't care if you're 2, 3, you're out the door." So it's instilled from when you're born. You understand? I'm not turning around to my son and saying, "You can Tottenham Football Club and walk out with the Tottenham fan." Are you mad?
I can understand that hatred, because Leeds fans are the same with Man United. You cannot, because they're just. You cannot in Leeds walk around with a Man United shirt or say that you support Man United.
Well, put it this way:
if you're a Leeds player and you go and play for Man United, you're finished. Done.
Yeah, no, but it's not exactly me, though, is it?
In Sheffield Wednesday and Sheffield United, they'll walk around shirts like they walk around the town and that. Same with Liverpool and Everton. There's not that hatred.
So it's a northern thing then.
No. But
I said Leeds hate Man United. Man United.
It's a northern thing, because down here, down south, right? West Ham can't stand Chelsea. Arsenal cannot stand Tottenham. Fulham cannot stand Chelsea. And it's a London thing.
Tony, have you ever watched the movie?
That.
Yeah.
But I think if Everton were on level par with Liverpool.
Oh no, Tony! You would do so well, Timo.
No. There'd probably be more beef, but because the rivalry.
Stop, Simo, stop. Yeah. But before we move on to your questions, I don't know if you've ever watched the movie Rush, right? The movie Rush is about those 2 Formula One drivers who don't like each other.
Yeah.
Okay, right. But there's a scene in there where he goes, "Look, man, I don't want you to be destroyed. I need you busting my balls, because other than that, we can't be the best we can be." And that's what sport's about.
People are nicer up north.
You know what?
People are nicer up north.
No, you're not.
Tony, I know. Well, do you have Tottenham friends?
Me?
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
Have I got Tottenham? I know Tottenham people, but they're not my friends.
I know Tottenham people. You sound like those kids. I got some people I know are black. You know what I mean?
So you got none of your brethren are Tottenham fans.
None of them.
So you would not be a friend. You would not be a friend with somebody who's Tottenham fan.
You know what? We're true fans. We're true fans.
No, it's
You just put it this way. You just got battered 6-0 from your enemy, and you're gonna walk out. You're gonna walk out side by side by him. You are having a laugh.
It's a game of football, Tony. At the end of the day, man.
No, football is more than life.
No, it's not.
It's more than life.
No, it's not.
It's more than life. You've got to realize that. You've got to. Football is more than just kick the ball. Oh, I lost. No. If you are passionate about your team, take for example me.
Listen.
Take for example me. There's 60,000 people in the stadium feeling exactly how I feel. Okay? That family is passionate. That family is passionate. If Arsenal lose, there's 60,000 people actually walking out. Well, Arsenal end walking out the same way you feel. You get up Monday morning if it's a Saturday or a Sunday game, and people like Jonathan waiting to rip you apart. You know what I mean?
But I get that.
Right? You lost. Right? And you know what? Sometimes you just got to hold your emotions. You just got to hold your emotions and say, you know what? We lost. I'm a person that is looked at Arsenal. If they're rubbish, I said they're rubbish. I'm not going to stand up.
Yeah, but
Arsenal are not rubbish. They're not like Everton. Everton are rubbish.
I see. We know that. We know that.
So how can I put Arsenal in the same category as Everton?
All right. But anyway, for today, I thought I'd do some research, right? Because I remember last week I used a word and it might have been out of context. You know what I mean? I realized I might have misunderstood the word. The definition of the word is having false and unrealistic beliefs and opinions. Yes, I was correct. The word
delusional.
It's delusional.
And on that note, guys,
you are delusional.
Lisa, you got some questions for us today.
Yeah, so we've got some questions in, and I'm just about to send them all to you guys' phone. So if you've all got your phone by your side, yeah,
okay.
It's going, yeah.
Why do Man City start their season slow in Champions League semis? Could you see City beating Real Madrid over two legs?
Yeah, I'll tell you why I think City start slow is because they are always in every competition. You know what I mean? And then also most of their players are international. So they always go deep in competitions. Most of their players are internationals as well. So they've got summer stuff. A lot of their players are coming back late to pre-season. And so it has a knock-on effect. Now, the second part of that question is, could you see? I think Man City will beat them, but not over two legs. But I think they'll win overall.
Okay, for me, and you lot might laugh, and I know you lot are gonna laugh. Man City has adopted the Arsenal way. When Arsene Wenger was there, he looked at Arsene Wenger and he took that approach. Because Arsenal always used to start the season very slow, and at the end of the season we used to kick in, you know. And for me, he adopted the Arsene Wenger way. And I'm not delusional, I'm not stupid, and you know, I know what I'm talking about. Secondly, Man City are going to get mashed by Real Madrid.
Can't see it.
Benzema is going to run riot. That Haaland boy, he's going to be scared.
I can't see anyone stopping him.
Watch.
Haaland.
Next week when we're having this conversation, everything I say is going to come true. I'm telling you.
And you know what? If it does, if it does, I'll hold my hands up and say, you know what, I'll bow. But if it doesn't, you got to do the same. You got to say, you know what?
But
I was
wrong. You got to be like, I was wrong.
I got to say I'm wrong.
Yeah.
You know what? I will. It's not a problem.
Good, I know that's not going to happen.
Go on, Stephen.
The reason I believe, I mean, it might be different in different seasons, but this season they started slow is because they've adopted a new system. In the sense that they don't really play with an out-and-out striker. And this year, they had an out-and-out striker. So they had to sort of find a way to embed the striker into their play. And it didn't suit to start off with. It took a while. Once he started to kick in and the team started to kick in, because you know that the striker will score. Their striker will score. I forgot his name. Haaland. Yeah, he was scoring in any situation, but the team weren't playing really well at the beginning of the season because they tried to adopt to having that shape. Now he's in, and now they're flying. So it's just, I just think.
Yeah, but the question was, why is it that they always start slow?
I can't say why, but this season I reckon that's the reason why they started. So they looked a different team than when they started this season, and everybody thought Haaland is good, but the team itself is weaker with him in it. Even though he's scoring, the team was weaker. It took a little while for them to gel. Now they're gelling, and I think they're going to be tough to beat. Real Madrid, okay. I think this might be their season. Even though it pains me.
Whose season? Man City season.
Yeah, I think it might be their season.
But how do you come to that conclusion?
Because
we all know Real Madrid in their Spanish league, they don't pull it out the bag, right? Yeah. Sometimes they could go on a Saturday or Sunday, they lose, and when they play in the Champions League, they're a different animal. Benzema, you know what? That Haaland cannot compare to Benzema. Cannot.
Oh, can you mute him? Can you mute him, Lisa?
You can't say that. You can't.
Because absolute nonsense. You can't say that. That's nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
You know something? You made me.
And the reason. Let me finish off what I was saying. The reason why I think they'll do it. We all know at some point Manchester City will win the Champions League. It will happen someday. I'm hoping it doesn't, but we know it will happen. And I just got a feeling now they're coming into that sort of form where they're looking really good, and I think this could be the time. I mean, it's going to be a tough one, but I just think this is.
I think Real Madrid
they'll win over 2.
I think Real Madrid will win at their ground. I think Man City will win at their ground, but I think Man City will score more goals.
Yeah,
you're telling me Man City's looking good, so they looked good against Fulham. Have you seen that game?
Because Premier League. Listen, the Premier League tough.
They were lucky against Fulham.
It's not. The thing is, they could beat every team in our league at the moment without even going into second gear. And I don't think they even tried against Fulham. They didn't even think that they'll beat Fulham without even thinking about it, without getting into second gear.
That kind of attitude make you lose games.
Yeah, but they weren't going to. They didn't.
Not them. Not them.
I mean, because when they're ready to put their foot on the gas, they will turn up.
Okay, they're going to come in with that attitude against Brighton and see what Brighton do to them.
Oh, they know, because he respects Brighton too much. They'll turn Brighton over.
No way.
Have you got anything to say?
Me, do you know?
In the same way that they turned Arsenal over, they'll turn Brighton over.
No, Arsenal were rubbish. The boys never turned down.
Yeah, Man City,
they were rubbish.
No, Man City made you play like that.
No, Man City didn't make us play like that. As soon as we walked out of the tunnel, the boys were up for it. They were not up for that thing.
No, Man City made you play like that.
No way. They were not up for that game.
Basically, Man City knew they had to turn up for that game because it was a title decider.
Exactly.
They turned up. They turned up.
You can't say Arsenal.
I can say that.
There's nothing you can do about it.
Arsenal did not turn up for that game. Even if they didn't want it. They didn't want it.
Well, check this. Even if Arsenal would have turned up for that game, you think you would have beaten Man City?
No, but it would have been a closer tie.
Yeah, but you would have
said
no. Because I think that game showed the gap between those two teams.
I know there's a big, massive gap.
There's nothing you could have done about it.
Boys and men. Man City are the men. Boys. But I'm telling you this: the boys did not want to win that game because.
No, you can't say that.
I can say that.
No, you're telling me they turned up not wanting to win.
They turned up. They were frightened.
Yeah, but you're saying that.
You're saying that game.
You're saying that they turned up not wanting to win that game. No, there's no way Arsenal would have gone into that game.
You're telling me all the efforts what they did was a sign of a team wanting to win that game.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that.
What are you saying then? What are you saying?
I'm saying that Man City made you play like that.
No. Man City cannot make a team play that way.
What is happening? What is happening now?
Arsenal didn't even close down.
Yeah, what is happening now in the league?
They weren't doing the natural thing, what they naturally do.
What is happening now in the league is Arsenal started out fast. They were playing out of their skins. Now they're struggling. They've shot their shot. They at the moment they've got nothing left to give, and I reckon they will lose several more games before the end of the season.
But there's no games. We beat Chelsea on Tuesday. We draw Newcastle. We will draw.
I reckon Newcastle.
Nah.
Newcastle will beat you.
Nah, Newcastle will not beat us. We will draw against Newcastle.
There's only one team that have beaten Newcastle at Newcastle this season.
Yeah, you won't beat Newcastle.
We will beat Newcastle.
And that was a mighty
if you played Newcastle 3 months ago, you might have beaten them. But I think you've run your race. I think that is it. You've run your race.
We're not Leeds United, you know. We're not Leeds United. So you can't.
Listen. Don't bring Leeds into it. Don't bring Leeds into it. Leeds weren't in the race. Leeds were never in the race. So it's fine.
Could I say my part?
Go on, Jonathan.
It's funny, Stephen. When I said to you, and I say it to everybody, this is not actually going to answer the question, but I did say that whenever I have banter with any other fan, they tell it as it is. If my team is rubbish, I'll just say that they're rubbish, but I support you anyway, because that's what it is to support somebody. But there's always something about Arsenal fans, man. They live in a world where it's all personal and it's all speculation and it's all fan. You know what I mean? I'm wanting Tony to just tell it as it is. And you're not telling it as it is.
What are you talking about? I'm not telling you as it is.
You're not telling it as. The truth of the matter is, you can't say that they didn't want to win. Like, they wanted it more than everything else. They just bottled down.
They bottled it because that's it. They've got nothing. They've got nothing left.
I'm telling you as it is. Arsenal was rubbish.
I mean,
what am I going to say to you? Arsenal were rubbish. They did not want to win that game.
No, you can't say that.
Okay, all right. Let me rephrase it. Man City did not dictate the way Arsenal played, right? Arsenal came out, they played rubbish football.
No.
They played rubbish football because the reason why I say that, if you watch the game at the Emirates, right, we lost, but it was a close battle, right? There was nothing happening. At the Etihad, nothing.
Right, let me say this.
They couldn't even string 3 passes together.
Yeah.
When Liverpool,
that's called bottling.
I call it Arsenal did not want to win that game.
When Liverpool
I call it that, you call it bottling.
Let's him talk.
When Liverpool played Man City at Anfield this season, we won 1-0. When we went to their grounds, right, and lost 4-1, right, we never bottled it. They just were better. We weren't winning.
As I said, Arsenal were rubbish. So obviously City must be better. That's because I didn't say City's better.
But City made us play bad because we couldn't get the ball.
Yeah, do you know what? I disagreed with what everybody was saying, to be honest with you. I think, firstly, it's a confidence thing. A confident team can really start slowly and just learn. That's what I think it is. I don't think they feel they need to panic at the beginning of the season. So that's why they kind of start slowly and they learn about the opposition. But I think it's going to be Cities. I just think it's going to be close, but I think it's going to be Cities this year. That's my opinion. But it just reminds me, I've got a neighbour who's got a Jack Russell dog. You know what Jack Russell dogs are like? They make lots and lots of noise and they think they're hard. They're always, they're protecting the area. And then this pit bull came past it and just went, move out the way, man. And I thought that was exactly what happened with Man City and Arsenal.
I didn't hear that because I was on the phone.
By the way, man.
All right, next question. I've just sent it to your phones now, guys.
Okay, what you got?
Hey, Jonathan. I was just wanting to ask you, why do you think that Chelsea keep making the exact same mistake by not getting a good striker or a good manager?
Well, not by... I don't think they made a mistake by not getting a good manager. I don't think they thought they were getting a good manager. I think they thought they were getting a good manager last time. Everybody thought Potter was going to be the next England manager. Everybody thought Potter was the rising star at the time. So I don't think at the time when they got him, they didn't think he was going to be a good manager, because everybody was raving on at him because of what he did. What he did at Brighton. It just turned out that it was just too much for him. You know what I mean? As far as why, and I think he was out of his depth, but I don't think people thought that at the time.
I did.
No, yeah, but the thing is, people could have said the same thing about Arteta. when he took over at Arsenal. Everybody thought he was out of his depth. You were not all crying for him to be sacked.
Not me.
So
I didn't even want
a lot of the Arsenal
Wait.
The majority of Arsenal
You still got 30. You still got 30 seconds, Steve.
Yeah. So anyway, someone said it's the same thing. They thought they're going to get a young manager that was going to build a team. It turned out he was out of his depth. As far as not getting a striker, I don't think the manager has any say in who they're buying. I think it's all Ted. Is it Ted Bowley?
Yeah,
Todd Bowley. I think it's him deciding who he wants to buy. He's just thinking. I don't think there's any plan. I don't think there's any structure into who they're buying. They're just thinking, who's the biggest name? Who is everybody else is going for, and then purchase them because they've got the money. There is no plan. So I don't think they know what shape they're meant to be playing or who they really want.
Simo.
I feel sorry for Potter. I think he was out of his depth. When you go to a big club, someone like that go to a big club, it's hard. But here's why I feel sorry for him is because he'd started. When you look back, he'd started to get it right. He'd started the points that they've got now. He was the one that got them points. So they were like sitting roughly about 6 in the league, right? Then January came. Steve, you're right. Todd Bowley then come in, starts buying all these players.
Random names.
He can't work with that.
Yeah.
And if you're not a strong enough manager to go, you know what, this ain't how I wanted to run the club. This ain't how I wanted to do things. You're gonna fall on your sword. That's exactly what happened because it happened to what's his name before that. He knew that he wanted the players that he wanted. Todd Bowley was like, "Nah, you're gonna have this." Didn't work out.
Yeah. So there's no plan. I agree. No plan.
No plan. So yeah. What was the other part of the question?
Why can't they get a striker?
Oh,
why don't they keep playing without a striker?
I just think Todd Bowley looks at who the best players are at the time, who the sort of like go-to men are. Like Arsenal were after Modric, he goes and gets Modric.
Your time is up. Thank you very much.
Just quickly, Man United were looking at Felix. Chelsea come in. It's just scattergun.
Yeah.
Well, my opinion on Chelsea.
Sorry.
My opinion on Chelsea. Well, Chelsea is just a joke. They're just an absolute joke. How can they not say they don't have a striker? What about Aubameyang? He's a striker. You know, they leave him off the bench. Potter came in. It was a joke appointment. He could not handle that club. Look how many managers they sacked Josie. They've done this. They've done. Look how many managers come there. Even managers who've won Champions League. After they won the Champions League, they sack him. And Potter coming in, it was a joke. It was an absolute joke. And for him to take that appointment, I would have turned around and said, you know what? No, I'm staying at Brighton. Because it was a joke. He had superstars there. He's never had superstars at Brighton. He could not handle superstars.
You couldn't turn that down, though.
No, you could turn it down because the thing about it, it's messed up his career.
No,
It's not enhanced his career because I tell you this from now, when a person from Brighton, how people used to say, yeah, Potter's the man for Brighton, and they've made it so far, he gets recognised. He goes to a big club and he gets sacked. Every game they played, people were saying, we're going to whip Chelsea's arse. We're going to whip Chelsea's arse. But he didn't have no structure. He didn't have no formation. He didn't even know who his best players were. And everyone would say, trust the process. Trust the process. My man comes out and buys a whole planet. Give him all these players. He's lost. He's just deep down.
I don't think he bought the planet. I don't think he bought the planet.
Didn't buy these players.
I don't think he had a say in it.
Yeah, he didn't buy these players. I'm talking about the director came in, bought all these players, and then he was even further lost. He couldn't even handle the players that he had. He couldn't even handle Aubameyang to make him start banging in goals. This man was banging in goals for Arsenal. He went to Barcelona. No, he stopped after he signed his contract. He stopped banging in goals. He went to Barcelona. He was banging in goals. So why can't he come back to the Premiership and bang in goals again? Because the manager's not right.
Thank you, Tony.
Tuchel. Oh my days! It just got onto Tuchel.
Jonathan,
oh my days, man.
Actually, I think we're seeing a change in football, which is what I want, but unfortunately, we're further downstream than everybody else. We're all heading into direction where we're going off the edge of the cliff into a waterfall like Niagara Falls. And I think Chelsea are next, Nottingham Forest, all these ones who think that they can just buy a team and win the league. What's his name? Man City was the last bastion of that. And it's not that. Maybe Newcastle, but it's never going to happen again anymore. You've got to build a team from scratch, have a philosophy. Everybody's got to be on the same page. Buying a team is not going to happen anymore. And I think that's what's happened. Top Bolly went in there with the attitude of, oh, what does everybody else want? I'll have him first. I'll have him. I've got money to spend. I want. And that's why it's a disaster. We're the first to go downstream. And it's really bad because you're having a go at Everton all the time, but it's not really Everton. It's just the ownership. Somebody could take over Arsenal and do exactly the same thing and destroy it, And I just think that's what's happening to him.
And that's the truth. I don't think so.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? Anyone could take over any team and just, oh, wow, they're going to save us. They're going to get us a new stadium. And then they destroy it because they don't know what they're doing. Our owners have no idea what they're doing.
Check this right. You talk about your owners, right? They're spending a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
The fans have a voice. Like the Liverpool fans got Gillette and Hicks out.
Yeah.
All these fans I'm not one of these fans that are wanting Fenway Sport out. You know what I mean? Because as the saying goes, better the devil you know. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? They've done all right, Fenway Sports. Yeah, we're not getting the money like the Man Cities and the Chelseas and that. But I don't want my club to be sold to Saudi. I don't want my club I want it in good hands. You know what I mean? So
But we're talking about a team that did have Arteta in the middle, Fellaini in the middle, Gavison in the middle, Cahill. We had some great players. And look at it, we had nobody, we had no money. Compare that team to what this guy's come and bought. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I think there should be some kind of compassion because it can happen to any team. We think, somebody's going to come in and buy the club and do something with it. And we just ended up with somebody who bought it and just ruined it to the ground. You know what I mean? And it's happening to Chelsea. And I don't like Chelsea, but I don't hate my enemies, man. I never hate my enemies.
I don't think it can happen. I don't think it'll happen to Chelsea.
I hope not, but it could. Think about it. If their downfall had started a little bit earlier, would they be in the relegation battle right now?
You're right.
They've got to play the top 4 teams to the end of the season.
I wish Chelsea go down with Everton. You know what I mean? I want as much London
they won't
in the Premiership. No,
they won't.
I know they won't.
And the thing is, even though they spent a lot of money on players, they still have a good squad. I think they have a good squad of players.
Squad.
And I reckon eventually, with the right manager, they'll get them clicking.
Chelsea's going to be bad. Because
Ancelotti would get them ticking.
All that money that Chelsea spent, right? The guy's shrewd, right? He might have splashed out a lot of money, but he's tied these guys down for 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years, man. Who will sign a contract for 8 years? 8 years, man. You know what I mean? And if anyone wants to come in for them, imagine how much money they have to spend to buy them out of that contract. 8 years. That's a long time in football. A long time.
But you got to remember that is a long time in football. But it's an 8-year contract. So even if that works across the board, they could all be flops. He's tied them down for 8 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No one might want to buy them players.
It's a risk. It is a risk.
Of course it's a risk. But you know what? I think that's a shrewd business. You know, you buy a guy at 19. Okay, he's made his name already. You buy him for this large sum of money. Okay, you buy him for 8 years. You teach him the philosophy of the club and the way to play. So you've got 8 years to do that. You know what I mean? You've got 8 years to do that.
Yeah, but football doesn't work like that because they don't look at. You've got to produce the goods within 2 years.
Yeah,
that's why they got rid of the.
He's on a big money contract. They're not going to bench him.
Who was that French player who played for Leeds? Everybody thought was going to be the next.
Thierry Henry.
No, Leeds. Played for Leeds. Yeah,
the next Thierry Henry.
Yes, that's right.
French?
No, but yeah, he was actually he was a really expensive player, and he just flopped.
Played for Leeds.
Okay, yeah. Oh gosh, I can't remember it. But what happened is he got trapped in a contract between the two clubs. I think it was Lille and something like that. He got caught in the middle of the two track, and he couldn't play for either of them. I'll find the information about it. But he was your most expensive ever player.
He's not our most expensive ever player because the guy we've got at the moment is a guy called Ruter. That is our most expensive ever player. We bought him for £32 million, and he's not played a game.
Why? Why have you played him?
Again, this is the reason why. This is the reason why we're in the trouble that we have, because we've got a board that haven't got a clue what they're doing. So in January, he's a striker. So in January, No. He's 19, 20 or 21. He's a young player. He's a young player. So, but they went out in January. We said we need a striker because Bamford ain't doing it. They went out in January. We thought, they found this guy, young guy, and they spent 32 million on him. Was it 32? Probably a bit more than that on him. Just to they said he's going to be the next best thing. Brought him in, and we looked at him. We thought, this guy's not good. He's every manager that's seen him has said he's not ready. So we've wasted 32 million on a player who is sitting on the bench.
And that's going to happen a lot nowadays when people just.
And we're going to go down. We're going to go down with a 32 million player.
But you can't really talk about 32 million because we bought a player for 75 million and he was totally rubbish.
Who's that?
We couldn't get rid of him.
Pepe.
We couldn't get rid of him. He was absolute pants.
Yeah.
We put him out on loan, and you know what? We're going to lose so much money on him. Because
the issue is that I don't think we can afford to waste 32 million. We're in a situation. Well, I mean, we're not hard up at the moment, but the team in the city where Leeds are should, if they're paying 32 million on a player, we should be guaranteed that this player is going to be playing for us.
You wasn't in that position when you bought him.
We're not in a position to spend 32 million pounds on a player for the future. And that's what they say. They've bought him for the future. 32 million.
And this is why I say this is why I keep saying that to me.
Chris in the Championship. I bet you anybody, if they play him, he'd be an outstanding player for Leeds.
Oh, he probably will be. Yeah. He probably will be. But that's not what we needed. It's definitely not what we needed now.
Yeah, I'm just saying that. I mean, it might sound like a little bit moral, but it's like when with the kids I'm coaching and stuff like that. I want you to beat your opponents, but I don't want you to destroy them, because at the end of the day, you have no game when they're destroyed. And at the end of the day, this thing about celebrating teams being destroyed, Everton are going to be done. I don't mean just going down. I don't mind the fact that we're going down. We're going to end up with a stadium sitting there.
Oh my gosh, Jonathan! If you're saying that you don't mind just going down, that is garbage.
No, I'm not saying I don't mind, but I'd rather have to deal with the fact that we go down and then we can fight our way back up.
Mate,
that is not our concern. That is not our concern. Our concern is the fact that we're in so much debt. Yeah.
You're getting a new ground. You got a new ground.
Yeah, we've got FFP hovering over our top of our heads. That is a community that's going to just dissolve. We're going to be the next York City. You know what I'm saying to you? So that's not something that you should be sort of celebrating. You know what I mean?
Well, we might draw you in the FA Cup third round.
And we might get you in. We might get you in the Carling Cup.
But guys, there won't be a team. So you know what I mean? And to me, my default after falling apart with Everton is always, come on, Leeds. I want to see Leeds do. I'd rather do better than Leeds, but I still want to see Leeds do well. But Leeds are doing bad as well.
But why? Why would you want that? I don't understand that. I really don't understand that.
Because at the end of the day, we do not have. the game. Yeah, I'm from Leeds, but at the end of the day, you still want to have a game, don't you? You don't
Okay,
want
let me ask you a question, and let me open this question to the panel, because basically I know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Everybody on this panel at the moment hates Man United, right?
Yeah.
Agreed or disagreed?
Yeah, agreed.
Right. When Man United are the only club in Europe, do you support them?
No. I don't support any team in Europe.
Why?
I don't support any team in Europe apart from my own.
Okay, you don't support them in Europe, right? But take Man United out of the equation. Let's put Leeds. Leeds was in Europe. Would you support?
No, I don't support any English club.
Right. But why would you turn around and say, you know what, I don't want to see Leeds go down in the Premiership. I want to see Leeds do good. But when they're playing in Europe, you hate them. You don't support them.
Like I said to you, I don't hate anyone. What I'm saying is,
hate is a strong word. I don't like them.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the club is bigger than just a team. It's a community. It's, you know what I mean? It's an economy.
Exactly.
Right. And at the end of the day, so as far as I'm concerned, I want to beat you, but I don't want to destroy you. I don't want you to dissolve. Do you know what I mean? Because otherwise we don't have a game. And when we got outsiders coming in, we don't know nothing about football, just destroying teams. It don't make me feel. So when I saw what was going on with Man United, I can't stand Man United at all, but I didn't like what was going on. I didn't like it. I just didn't. I don't
like this. There's certain things I can't. Go on, Stephen.
Yeah, I agree to some point, because I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I wouldn't want to see Liverpool get dissolved. I'm not an Everton fan. Wouldn't want to see Everton get dissolved. Not an Arsenal fan.
I'd like to see them.
If Man United got dissolved, I would be laughing.
You got to remember.
Haters, boy, haters.
There's certain when you go back to the 70s, I'll go back to that. There was certain big clubs, right? You had the Leeds, you had the Everton, you had the Man United, you had the Arsenal, Tottenham, all. That's what makes the league. And I like that. I like because they are
you want the big teams. You want the big teams in the league.
Tradition. Even the Sheffield Wednesday, these clubs were there, and I don't want to see. I don't want to see. Not being. I don't want to see Bolton. You know what I mean? I don't want to see Yeovil and Shrewsbury. I don't want to see that.
Well, I'll put it this way, there's only one thing I want to see, right? Because the only reason I want Everton to go down is not because of Jonathan, no.
Banter.
No, not even that. The only reason I want Everton to go down because there's two teams what has never been relegated.
Oh.
Right? So when Everton get relegated, there's only going to be one team what's never been relegated.
And you'll be there. Okay.
And that's another record.
You know what? I can't argue with that one. Okay, that's the first one I got to say. Tony, respect you for that one. Okay. All right. We got another question. We're not going down. We're not going down.
It's about Everton.
Oh no, the score against us already.
Oh, shut up. Seriously?
No, I'm not joking.
I just watched this. You know something? There's going to be a tune I've got to find.
Everything on your next one's on your phone already.
I think this is the last question, isn't it, Lisa?
No, there's one more after this.
Lisa, can you do me a favor before we come off air? Can you play what's her name? I'm
going down. Yeah, I know please, you want me to play that.
Please, can you just drop that, please? And it's not just for Jonathan; it's for Steve too. So you know what I mean. Put it this way, both of you are going down, and I'm not going to be horrible, but it's a tune. You're going down. It's just a tune, and you know, you two have resumed to the fact that you're going to get relegated. So we might as well just play the tune, innit?
Oh, I'm going to dedicate that to you guys.
Lisa, ask the question. Get the question on.
Yeah, final question. Tony insisted last week that Arsenal are the best team in the world. Was he right?
You know what? They're just peer haters out there.
What was it based on? Arsenal the best team in the world.
Delusion.
No. It was based on based on my opinion. Opinion. Not everybody is going to agree with me, right? And plus, when I was 6 years old and I walked up that North Bank and I saw Arsenal play, they are the best team in the world.
No, that's nonsense.
For me.
Yeah,
for me.
Look.
Hold on.
Wait.
Listen, last week I said for me.
Okay.
I didn't say, you know something? Look in the Guinness Book of World Records, Arsenal are. For me, they are the best team in the world. This is the team that I've been supporting since I was 6 years old. I am passionate about them. I have got a tap with them on my skin. I love my team. They are the best team in the world for me.
So, okay, then that's fine. I can understand that. If you're saying that's your opinion, that's fine.
And I'm not asking for no one else's opinion, especially Jonathan.
He's just saying it's his favorite team. It's not based on any facts. He's just based on his favorite team. There's no facts.
I just gave you facts. I supported Arsenal since I was 6 years old.
Yeah, that's not a fact that they're the best team in the world. They're just the best
team.
Okay.
For me. So they're the best team in the world. Why am I not allowed to have my own opinion?
I respect that.
Yeah.
Why can I not have my own opinion? Why do I have to listen to people like you lot who are haters saying that they're not? Why should I do that? I have my own opinion. I love my club. I'm never going to get relegated. I love my club. And they're the best team in the world.
Yeah, but if Stephen or Jonathan would have gone, yeah, you know what? Everton is the best team in the world, and given the same facts that you'd be like,
that's true. That didn't happen. You'd be like, so we cannot surmise on that. That didn't happen. And if they did, I would turn around and say, you know what? You're true, bro.
Oh,
you're real. You're real. You're real. You're real, bro. You're real. It is for you. I can understand that. It's for you.
He said, okay, let's get Ty on next time. Let's get Ty on, the Arsenal fan, rather than him. You're worse.
Ty is an idiot. I'm not an idiot.
Have you had Ty on before?
No, it's just as bad as Tony, isn't it?
No, it's not. You know what I mean? I said it's for me. Me. I don't care about your opinion, because you know what? Your opinions are just haters.
Yeah, but if you're being realistic.
Obviously, Arsenal not the best team in the world.
All right,
obviously.
Okay, so that's done. Let's move on. Let's move on. He said it then. Now let's move on.
Was there one more question?
That was the final question.
Are you for real? For real, Tony? No, not for real, but for me, they are.
100%. Well, that's you simplify that. I can agree with that.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we can all say that about our teams.
Yeah.
Leeds United is the best team in the world for me.
For you,
I will.
I can understand that, bro.
Yeah.
I will.
You know what I mean?
You wouldn't support another team, would you?
Even though you're going down.
And even if we go, the difference is, what will happen is, if we go down, I'll still support Leeds United. If we went down and even if we went out of the football league, still support Leeds United. I can't support any other team. I'm from Leeds, born in Leeds. Leeds is my team. I guarantee you, if Arsenal went down, wouldn't see you for dust.
Yeah,
hold on here. Let me explain something to you. I have got Arsenal on my skin.
I was going to say.
On my skin. You know what I mean? It's not an easy thought to put a tat on your skin. I sat down and I said to myself, what is something I could put on my skin that I will never get tired of? And you know what I mean? I'm not going to get ever lasered off. I put Arsenal on my skin. And then you come with your feisty self saying to me, if Arsenal get relegated, I'm going to be gone for dust. Rubbish is that?
Well, you know what, guys? I'm just
going to laser off.
Because here's the deal, right? There's a definition of a supporter and a fan. They're two different things. A fan goes for a rock show and wants to be entertained. And if they don't get what they want, they walk out and want their money back. That's what Arsenal fans are. They're just fans. They're not supporters.
So, Jonathan, I'm just a fan.
Yeah,
because of that.
No, maybe not you, but what I'm saying, you do sort of epitomize what I have an issue with Arsenal fans is, I will say, okay, look, I'll say they're doing really badly, whatever it is about Everton, but I'm a supporter. I want them to do well. Not just going to be there.
Put it this way: you're not a fan. You're just a supporter. So
I'm a
you're one
supporter.
of these people. You're one of these people. What? Get a manager in. You're going to be queuing up saying, "Get him out! Get him out! Get him out!" You are the ones what pull up the placket and say, "Yeah, get him out of my club. Get him out of my club." Not trusting the process, and even say, "You know what? I support the team, Everton." Right?
Yeah.
So put it this way: at the end of the day, you are a supporter. What will go around and walk around with banners?
Okay, I think you misunderstood my definition.
A fan is I love Everton, no matter who they put in, no matter where they go.
Okay,
I love them.
Listen to me again. A fan is someone who follows a rock band. They want to be entertained, and if they don't get it entertaining, they're out. Okay, a supporter is, you know what, the band ain't even doing so well, but you know what, I'll support you because you're going through hard times at the moment. That's what a supporter is. You're there through the hard times, not just there for, oh, we're the greatest because we won this, won that. And that's what I'm saying. I respect anybody who supports a team that goes all the way down to the bottom. Respect. You're a true supporter. Anyway, on that.
No, you only say that. The only reason you say that is because you support Everton and you've always been down the bottom. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
if you were fighting all the way at the top, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure it'd be a different story.
You just proved my point because I have been a Everton fan since the age of 8.
Because you've been down at the bottom all the time.
All of my friends have either been Man United fans. Even when I was in Leeds, I said, okay, I like Leeds, but I'm an Everton fan. I just picked it. And we've been through horrible times, man, and we're going through the worst ever. But I'm a supporter, man. And that's the end of the day, you know. I'm not just going to abandon them just because they're not doing well. And I'll take you. You can throw as much as you want at me. You know what I mean? That's my character. My character is to support people through thick and thin.
No, the only reason you take it, because all your life you have been given it, right?
I've never been able to give it.
What I mean giving it, people have been giving it to you. You come from Leeds, you support Everton. Bit dodgy. You've been getting it. You come down south, you put on your Everton top again, you've been getting it.
Yeah.
Walk up the road, you get it. You get it every single way you go. Yeah. You do not get any relief. And now you're used to it. So throw it at you. You know, it's water off a duck's back.
You ever watch 8 Mile? And at the end of 8 Mile, when he goes, I know exactly what you're going to say. Now come with something original. And nothing, Tony, so far has been original. So bring it.
Through thick and thin, you know what I mean? You support your club through thick and thin, whether they're doing bad, you know what I mean? We have 30 years of not with. I still went to the away games. I still go to the away games. You know what I mean? Through thick and thin. You know, I got no complaints. People said to me, oh, you must be upset with your club, blah, blah, blah. They've dropped off. I got no complaints. Because what I've seen in the last 6 or 7 years, I got no complaints.
And on that note, just a minute, we have just scored. I've got to go, brother.
You're lying.
We've just scored.
You're lying.
We've just
You're
scored.
lying.
Yes, have a look.
Calvin Lewin scored a penalty.
Oh my days, Karen Lewin. Can't stand him.
He's going to ask.
It was a penalty, though. It was a penalty.
Yeah,
I've got to see this. I can't. I think you lot are winding me up.
No,
you know what? Arteta is Everton. He came from Everton. You should.
What made him a great player at Arsenal? He didn't go back and try to. He didn't go back to try to manage Everton. He went back. He learned his.
We made you. You made
us.
We need to wind it up, Bryce. Yeah, we need to.
Yeah, why? Because Everton's winning.
Yeah, I've got to go, man. I've got to go. I've got to watch it. I'm itching here. You know what I mean? I'm itching and scratching.
I can't believe Everton scored.
Simo.
It's only 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm so glad your contribution, man. We needed to sort of be able to control this guy. You know what I mean? And I know we couldn't do it on our own, man. But Simo's coming bright in. You know what I mean? Good. Thank you very much, guys.
Blessings, guys.
And what team does your kids support?
All my family. Can you hear her? Can you hear them shouting? They're shouting Liverpool. They all support Liverpool.
Was that a brainwashed team?
Tell them where you live.
Was that a brainwashed team?
I've got 7 sisters and 2 brothers. apart from one of my brothers, he supports Arsenal, but he's deluded. He's
the
deluded.
sensible one. The sensible one.
deluded.
The sensible one.
Simpson.
And they've all been the match. They've all been the match. They've all gone.
Catch you later, brothers. It's been a pleasure.
Bless.
Love you all.
Blessings. Thanks, Lisa. Blessings.
Yes. All right, guys. Have a good night. See you later.
Yeah.
All right.